Welcome back to Breaking Waves.
So we're gonna sail down to Victoria and pick up our main Genoa sail, which means we need a different sail on board and around the boat. And this is, I think, our cutter stay. And so we have a stay sail and a storm sail. So we're gonna try and get this thing rigged up and install the stay sail and then sail to pick up our big sail. Hopefully it works. So we're gonna go up the mast. Got step ladders to help me go up. And I've got my old fall arrest gear from when I used to scale dams for BC Hydro and inspect them. Which is good because these are old halyards and to be honest I don't fully trust them, but...
Which winch do you want me to use?
This one.
Okay. I'm not nervous.
I'm gonna be doing all the work. You're just there to catch me if I fall.
Oh good. Oh good.
Okay. So... hope I make it alive. The biggest worry is that one of these steps is potentially going to break. So we've got this says it's a storm sail, and then this is the other stay sail or cutter sail. But the storm sail looks way bigger than the stay sail, so I don't know if they're in the wrong bags. But anyway, I'm gonna just trust that the bags are correctly labeled and go with this one and see what it looks like. We are heading down to Victoria, BC to pick up our jib sail that we had mended and cleaned up a little bit for us. And that means that we got to use our cutter and our stay sail that we just installed. So we've never had this sail up, and I'm pretty excited to see what she looks like. And luckily, there's probably enough wind that we can actually make it there in good time with just our cutter.
I want to go fishing.
Alie just wants to fish. Not sailing.
So we had to get the other sail because this one, check these out, are just so corroded with salt that they won't open. So we were gonna boil a pot of water and stuff, but then we just grabbed the other sail. And again, we're not entirely sure which one's like a cutter sail and which one's a storm.
They're both stay sails.
They might both be stay sails, but it'll get us there anyway.
So we got a pretty corroded wire there. Hopefully that holds for this trip. It's not like catastrophic if it breaks. I'll lash something new down there, but yeah, everything's old on this boat.
Here we go. Good job, Captain.
We got a severe weather warning
Did we?
where we're heading.
What are the winds?
They're calling for like 25 knots down
I didn't know.
in Victoria where our sail is, which is perfect because we only have a cutter. Look at that sexy sail. Just a little guy. Love it. Sorry if this is too windy, but it's probably blowing like, I don't know, 20 knots at least right now. And we're barely feeling it. Like we're going at a nice pace, but this cutter sail is the reason why. If we had our main sail, our Genoa up right now, we'd be way overpowered. And we don't even have the main reefed, so it's pretty sweet. I'm pretty stoked about it. We're sailing again. I'm stoked. It's been, when was the last time we sailed? The Christmas trip?
Yeah, I think so.
Like 3 months ago. We were having problems with our with our engine for a bit, and we didn't have a foresail to use until just now, so yeah, it's been like 3 months. I'm stoked to be back in the water.
We just tacked around this little peninsula here, and this sail is the sweetest sail to tack with. It's like the easiest thing. Like it takes 20 seconds and there's no getting caught, and it's like, and it's just around. It's sweet.
Said I'm looking forward to sailing back home in a couple days. It's gonna be really light wind, but hopefully enough that we can have the cutter and the foresail up and maybe get a drone shot.
Ooh, we're gonna look so badass.
I think we're doing about 4 or 5 knots.
And 6.1. Wow.
Shows you,
Look at the eagle.
shows you how much I know. There's an eagle! So I was just saying to Alie that we're going on this mission to go pick up our sails in Victoria. And what I like about it is that, you know, like day sailing is fun and everything, and just going out for like a night to anchor and go fishing and all that. It's all good fun, but I like having like an adventure or a reason to go. We're sailing directly into a big wind warning right now. They're calling for 25 knots, and it's all over the radio. The Coast Guard's telling everyone to take warning and all that. And you know, in a boat like this, that's just nice wind. But yeah, like we've got 3 days until we got to get back to work, and we have pretty far to go to get the sail, and we got to go through some pretty heavy winds. So it's a fun little mission, and it's like
It's a challenge.
a challenge. Yeah, it's like something other than just going and farting around and being boaters. We're on a little mission, and it's fun.
Chicks are so flappy. We're about to go through Dodds Narrows, which if you've seen like our first stuff, the first time I had ever been on a boat, we went through Dodds Narrows and I was freaking out. I don't think we caught me freaking out on camera, but I was freaking out. Yeah, we're gonna fit through Dodds Narrows, and then it's pretty windy today. There's like a wind advisory, so we're gonna stay kind of in this channel a little protected until we get further down, and then maybe we'll find an anchorage like further down today.
So we've been tacking up the Northumberland Channel, and we currently have for the Dodds Narrows stretch, we've got the tide in our favor, but it's not too long before it switches over and starts going against us, so we're trying to keep tacking and using our working jib to go up this channel and get there before it switches over, hopefully.
Does this look familiar to anybody? This is Dodds Narrows. Tide is high and the current is pushing us through, which is nice. Are you good? You got your navionics up? Okay. Only difference is this time I'm not freaking out.
Alie is on a mad woman mission to catch some type of fish. She's got her prawn trap all ready to be dropped at a prawn hole she's found, and now she's got her salmon, her
We
hoochie
can
rig.
troll on the way to the prawn trap shelf, and then while we're waiting for it, we can mooch for lingcod with the mega
She's got it all figured out. It's great. Let's be real, most things on is the boat related stuff I've taken the lead on for the most part, but fishing is becoming Alie's her jam. Great.
I love, we've got the downrigger down and I put a hoochie on the end. And I just love the difference between like motor or fishing with the engine on versus fishing while sailing. Because like we're not using and abusing our engine and it's already old, so we really don't need to be putting more hours on it. But also just like, I really like the quiet and like the sound of the waves, and it's like you're outside and it's peaceful and quiet as opposed to like that. So.
Yeah, and I like not running the engine at low RPMs. I also kind of like the challenge of just like, you got to get the right speed for fishing. You want to be at around 2.5 or 3 knots, and then you got to also go in the right location. So you're sort of constantly trimming the sails, and it's not just like normal sailing. It's like a little mini challenge.
And it makes you enjoy going slow, because usually I'm like, how fast are we going? Let's go faster. But now I'm like, no, 2 knots, 2 to 3 knots is perfect.
What do you think, Bruce? Is she crazy? What the hell is she up to?
Please, for the love of God, let my knots hold. We're over it, we're over it.
So hold on. Don't do that. Bring that back up.
I need help!
You want to make sure. Good morning. We anchored here at Vesuvius Bay, which is the first place Alie and I ever anchored together years ago. Windy morning. We're carrying on down to Sydney, where the sail is, near Victoria, which is that way. So we're going around the west side of Salt Spring Island, where it's a little more protected. What do you think, Skipper?
I think it's gonna be a good day. It's gotta be better. I had a bad day yesterday, you two. I didn't succeed with prawning. We broke our downrigger, and I was tired of being cold. But today's gonna be a good day.
Our downrigger.
Oh, no!
It's gonna be a good day.
Bruce, do you love boat life?
Main reefed. Okay, note to self, make sure that your staysail sheets are not wrapped around your dinghy tie-down line. Want me to like Good morning.
We don't have a whole lot of working electronics on our boat just yet, so if we want to know how hard the wind is blowing or how fast we're going, we generally have to look at our phones or else just guess. On this trip, we averaged about 6 knots downwind, over 20 miles. And although we wanted to sail wing on wing, we don't really have the topping lift and the other ropes that we need to do it. Also, I've never even seen this spinnaker, so we stuck with what we know.
So we made it to Sydney, and that was a great sail. We did 20 miles in about 3 hours. We're just clipping along the whole way. It was a really fun sail. And now what? We're gonna go anchor and get the dinghy in the water and
Go get our jibs.
a break, and then we're gonna take a taxi in and grab our Genoa, and then we might try to get out of here today and go somewhere else so that we can make it back towards Nanaimo with some wind, or we'll see how long it takes. We might just spend the day here and have less wind tomorrow to get back to Nanaimo. We'll see.
Coming up on Breaking Waves, we explore the anchorage a bit, pick up our sail. After rigging it up,
So stoked.
sail upwind through some pretty light winds, finding a really cute anchorage and going off to explore.
I don't know why I do that.
So stay tuned by hitting subscribe.